David, I know you want to talk about this storm next week, but I want to focus on these next 3 days because they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they really are, Zach. You know, we get a break in the action, and then next week, models are starting to really come on board with us. So we're really interested in the storm, but we'll have more information as we get closer to the event. Right now, the temperatures aren't too bad out there. It's cold. I mean, we're falling below freezing across much of the area. Still a couple of areas above freezing. You see in Wiscasset, you're at 33 degrees, and Bangor at 33 degrees. But Caribou, Holton, Millinocket, all at 31 degrees. Look at Calais, drop down to 23 degrees. And that's pretty much where we're going to drop, into the 20s overnight. Portland at 32 degrees, Augusta at 32 as well, and Sanford at 30 degrees. So it's a chilly night out there, no doubt about it. We're lacking the wind that we've been seeing the past couple of days, still gusting a little bit up to 20 miles per hour at times, but that should diminish as we go through the course of the night. Cloud cover pretty much non-existent across much of the state, so we're starting to see some cooler temperatures, like in Calais. You're seeing that radiational cooling hitting you. That's when you have light winds and low dew points, and temperatures just drop like a rock. And that's what we're seeing. We could see some temperatures dropping into the teens in some of the valleys as well as we head to tomorrow morning. But look what's going on out towards the west, out towards the lakes. This is the system that we were talking about that may bring us some snow on Saturday earlier this week, but that's going to continue to move towards the east and then take a nosedive south of New England as high pressure to the north kind of shunts it away from us. Could see a couple of flurries as we go into the afternoon on Saturday down along the coastline, but I don't think we're really going to be affected by that. The storm we're talking about is now entering northwestern portions of the country, and that's going to take several days, and that could be an even bigger storm as we get into next week. So we'll start you out about 1 o'clock overnight tonight. Temperatures dropping into the 20s on average. Again, some of the inland valleys may drop into the teens, but tomorrow is definitely a chilly start to the day, but you'll need the sunglasses because the sun will be out as you're heading back to work and school. And then by the afternoon, a few clouds moving through the area, but it's not too bad of a day. Lower to mid 40s along the coastline, and as you get further north, you're still a bit chilly up towards Caribou in the 20s, and in between, mostly in the upper 30s to about 40 degrees. So a decent day tomorrow. We're not going to be seeing much in the way of wind. We'll see some clouds in the afternoon, and then by 6 o'clock dinner time, not looking too bad. Temperatures dropping back through the 30s, and by this time tomorrow night, temperatures dropping back into the 20s, and we'll see some high thin clouds moving into the picture as well. Now, over the weekend, high pressure moves in on Saturday, but we're also watching that system to the south, and that's going to continue to stay to our south. And again, we have high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south. We'll start to see winds gusting out of the northeast, and that may sneak a couple of snow showers or flurries along the coastline. I think most of the moisture stays confined to southern New England. Then it dries out on Sunday. Sunday's looking like a great day, but then we keep an eye on this low pressure system right here, and that's going to be ejecting off the mid-Atlantic coast. Once it does so, that's the wild card. Which track does it take? Does it go inland? Does it go straight out to sea? Or does it just go take a perfect course and give us a blockbuster storm? Lots of moving parts, lots of things that we need to digest over the next 24 hours, and I think we'll start to get a better lock tomorrow, and then especially into Saturday on how things going. Both forecast models that we rely on, the European model, yeah, that's saying, hey, something's going to develop and do a little curlicue off the Cape Cod coastline in southern New England, and that's going to bring some snows inland, some rain along the coastline. Still to be determined, and even the American GFS model starting to get on board, bringing the storm a little bit further to the south into the east and a little bit quicker. But again, these are just forecast models. These are just ideas. The atmosphere needs to be sampled over the next 24 to 48 hours to really get a good lock on what we're going to be expecting. Seas 2 to 4 feet tomorrow. Winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 knots for you mariners on the water. Here's your 7-day forecast. And like Zach said, great stretch of weather right through the weekend. You got any plans? You're going to head to the slopes. Beautiful weather. Got to turn those clocks ahead. And, I guess we were talking about that earlier. None of us really press any buttons anymore. It's all automated, except for my wife's clock over the mantle. Yes. But, hey, that's how the forecast is looking.
All right. Thanks, David.
Thanks.